Welcome to the KN Full Tech Podcast number 5. This is John from KentuckyNerd.com, and I got my buddy here, Almond. He's joined the clan here recently. He's a very cool dude, and he joined because of Destiny 2. Got a very cool voice, and I figured why not come on the podcast? He's very nerdy, just like me. So how
I am. I'm great. How are you?
Pretty good. I got a story to tell.
Tell it.
Before we get into the podcast topics today. So my wife texts me on the way home, and she tells me to pick up some pop, So I barely see it anyway, and I'm like, oh crap! So I pulled in one of the local gas stations here in old Winchester, Kentucky. I won't say where because we'll try to keep it as anonymous as we can. And I'm pulling into this gas station. I'm getting my sodas and pop and stuff before I come to the house. And I go up to the front, and there's these two women there. One's, she's fairly large, but she got glasses and stuff, and she just looks kind of like she's mad at the whole world. I'm like, okay, this is going to be interesting, because she's not really doing anything. She's just kind of sitting there complaining to the other worker there. And I'm sitting here like, oh, okay. I stood up there for like 5 minutes, like ready to check out. And, of course, nobody says anything forever. Then the one woman's like, oh, hey, honey, I can help you. I'm like, all right, here's my, 2 liters of pop I want to buy. And all of a sudden, the other woman looks down at her ring. She's like, he's never bought me a new ring. I'm like, oh, here we go. He's never bought me a new ring. 6 years. And I'm sitting here, just kind of listening, kind of taking it all in. And she just keeps going into it. 6 years. I've always bought him a present on Christmas, on Thanksgiving, or his birthdays, or Hanukkah, or whatever they celebrate. I don't know. And he's like, he's never got me nothing. I was like, huh. And she goes, what do you think about that? Look straight at me. And, there's another guy standing beside of me. And I'm like, well, if I didn't buy my wife anything, I'd feel like I was in the doghouse for sure. So I don't really know. She's like, well, I'm the breadwinner in my relationship for 6 years, and I'll just tell you, he's had his hand in the cookie jar more than once. I was like, ooh. All right. I just gotta grab my pop, and she's like, the other woman's like, you need a receipt? I'm like, no, I'm good. You keep your receipt. I don't think I'll be back for a little while. And I just kind of stared at that old woman, and she's still complaining like the whole way out. Kind of funny. I thought it was funny anyway.
That's interesting.
It was a funny interaction. What do you think about that, Almond?
Well, I'm uncomfortable just hearing about it. But I can only imagine being there.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It was very, very awkward. Man, it sounds like you were on a hidden camera show. I was just like, oh,
just waiting for Ashton to pop out. It's like, punked, bro.
I am the cookie jar. That's right, Dan Brown. So, anyway, Almond, you're a fairly new player to Destiny. Did you play Destiny 1?
No, I did not.
So what do you think about Destiny 2 and the current state of it? And what about the clan? You like the clan?
The clan is great, I mean, one of my old Doom pals, Denzoa, he's the one who got me into it. I started playing, and I was like, yo, I need a clan. He's like, well, I just joined the Kentucky Nerd clan. It's like, just go and ask nicely and stuff, and you might be able to get in there. So I came in, and as you might remember, I believe my introduction was, hey, yo, let me all up in your clan, dog.
It might have been, I don't know.
It worked.
Oh, you got in. So the only problem with Destiny 2 is there's not a lot of incentive to keep playing like a lot.
Yeah, I mean, I've had the game for, I think it's going on about, 3 weeks now or so. I got the DLC and everything, and I mean, I'm still not even maxed out on the light level, but, it's like...
What's the point?
I mean, I love the game. It's a lot of fun. But at this point, it's like there's not enough for me to do. Even as someone like a brand new player, like I didn't rush through the campaign. I haven't rushed through anything.
I haven't either.
Like I've taken my time with it. So, I wanted to play it, have some fun, make sure I got my money's worth, full enjoyment, all that kind of stuff. But now it's at the point where really all there is for me to do is like get the clan ready, get up and like do some raids, night falls, just goof around. And I'm fine with that, but at the same time, like we could all use a little bit new content, like maybe new weapons or some new like side quests to do, or any like even small stuff would be great just to kill the time until the next DLC comes out. You know what I'm saying?
My problem with Destiny 2 is it doesn't have a lot of. If you've ever played MMORPGs on the PC, it's lacking a lot of help in the clan. Like it is so bad to try to manage the clan. It is the worst I've ever tried to deal with. You can't even tell who's hardly online. You can't look at the whole thing. Like you can't look at everybody at the same time and see if they've been active or not. I have to go to each individual and click on a name and see if they've been active. It's awful. But
yeah, and you can't just go into the Discord and be like, hey, if you're active, say something, because nobody's active on the Discord either. And if they are, when you ask, it might be the one part of the day or the week where they're not, signed in or something. And we got at least a couple people over in Europe, I think, and,
well, they
completely different time zones. So
yeah. The game should have never came out on PC. This is from Timmy. As much as we all wanted it here, it just can't compete with the genre. I mean, there ain't no other first-person MMORPG, so I don't think that's the issue. The issue is that it doesn't really have the core stuff that other MMORPGs has. Like you can't even message anybody in game. What kind of? Well, I mean, they're going to fix it, so they're trying to fix it. So I'm hoping after the next patch it'll be better.
Yeah, the way I see it, like with the platforms and stuff is, from what I understand, it's pretty much the same on all platforms. The only issue is, like on PC, when you go in to play a game, you expect like public text chat. I mean, games like even PUBG now like have a voice chat where you can like voice chat with people in a certain radius from where your physical character is.
Yeah.
But on Destiny, it's like voice chat. I don't even know if people actually use it.
You have to be in they use it. But it's pretty bad. Like, in-game voice chats ain't never been considered the best. So that's why we don't use it. And it's impossible to get a hold of anybody in Destiny 2. That's why I want to push the Discord out, because it's easier to get a hold of. And Discord, we have other games we want to play too, and we can all play. Kind of grow the clan more. That's my goal anyways, to keep growing even without Destiny 2.
Yeah, I get what you're saying. One big thing for me is, the content, right? Like YouTube content. If I want to record a video playing Destiny, it's either get some people on Discord and then I have the same people on rotation with the same jokes and the same garbage. Or, I would love it if I could go in and just bother random strangers playing the game and get some of that A+ YouTube content, like, comment, subscribe. But, it's just... It's hard to do with that game because there's no public chat of any kind, text, voice, or otherwise.
Yeah, I'm hoping we'll see after the patch how well it's doing. Because right now, I mean, even we was getting a lot of traffic of people coming in and going. I mean, at least 10 people a day they try to join the clan, but if they don't join Discord, I deny them. I mean, I'm just,
well, yeah.
I mean, they have to be on Discord because there's no other way to communicate with them unless even the Bungie platform is awful. And nobody uses it. That's the problem. Like they might use it to find a clan, and then after that they're just in game.
It's a lot. I mean, like when Steam's been around forever, and then Origin came out, and Origin's okay now, but I'd still rather have everything lumped all into one. And now you're getting all these other launchers. You got BattleNet for Blizzard and Destiny and stuff, and Epic Games launcher for Fortnite and all that stuff. And you can't just, there's no like program where you can just lump it all into one, so you don't have to have 8 programs running at the same time just to keep up with people across all these different games and stuff.
Yeah, then you got the Bethesda launcher. I only installed it for Quake Champions. then it come to Steam, and I was like, well, uninstall.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that one.
Yep.
Luckily, I got my Quake Champions on Steam because I got the free code for playing in the alpha.
Yeah, I got it
get
too.
To avoid using that
We'll
launcher.
have to play some more Quake Champions. I love that game.
Oh yeah, I'm super good at it. It's like when we played, I was what, like 3 and 20 or something.
Like it. Man, it needs some balance issues. It really does. That lightning gun is ridiculous. And I'm more of a fan of the Instagive game. I don't know if you ever played Quake 3.
Of course I did, John.
I love Instagive. Man. That's my favorite, like one-shot rails. That's my favorite game type.
I remember when the rail gun used to kill you in one hit.
Dude,
now
you can watch some of
I'm
my
lucky, one,
videos.
if I can hit somebody. Two, it's 2 or 3 hits.
I have hit somebody 3 times and not killed them in Quake Champions with railgun. 3.
Garbage.
If you don't zoom in, it does 80 damage. If you zoom in, it does 90. So I hit this person for three times 80, and it didn't kill them. I was so mad. I was like, "What's the point of even using this thing? I might as well use a lightning gun and do 7 damage 1,000 times real quick." I don't know. It needs some help. But the people that's really good at it are really, really good at it, and the people that's okay at it really suck at it right now. So
yeah, so
there's no.
I'm really, really good at it, and you really suck at it. Is that
I'm
like
terrible.
right? Yeah,
I'm pretty bad at it right now. I'm trying to get better.
You're not the worst. You're not
I'm better
the
at
worst,
it than I am
man.
Black Squad.
Ooh, don't no. We can talk about that one later.
All right, let's go to Duke Nukem. You said the anniversary. What year was it?
It was the 22nd anniversary of Duke Nukem 3D, I believe, on the 29th, so 2 days ago.
So they're going to celebrate by launching a movie with John
Jesus.
Cena.
I have a lot of problems with that.
I do too. That is just the worst idea ever.
My problem isn't necessarily with John Cena.
No.
I think he's an okay actor, you know. I mean, he's like The Rock, kind of one of those wrestlers going and acting, you know. But let's take a look at the Doom movie for a couple seconds. The Rock was in that, and that movie was garbage. So you put a wrestler in a video game movie, and it's most likely going to be garbage.
Yep.
My biggest issue is like the Duke character. The trademark is the voice, John St. John, right?
Yep.
Cena's not going to be able to pull off any shake it babies as good as John St. John possibly could.
No way.
And, you know, I think if the voice wasn't such a big factor in the character, they might be able to pull off a good movie. My ideal in my brain, my pipe dream Duke Nukem movie has always been like a CGI situation with John St. John doing the voice, the classic references to 80s stuff that the kids these days won't understand. And, you know, that would probably still suck, but I think it would be better than a live action with John Cena. But, of course, you know, there's no script, there's no plot or anything. It's really hard to get too deep into it at this point.
I mean, Duke Nukem was good because it was so over the top. Like,
yeah.
And it's just not going to work. I mean, it might work for a movie. I doubt it, but I don't remember the story of the Duke Nukem. I know he has a ton of platforming games even too before the 3D.
Well, the platform games, the plots for those are way different from Duke Nukem 3D, if I remember correctly. I know Duke Nukem 3D, aliens shoot up his ride, so he goes and kills a bunch of them. And then he goes to space, and then he kills a bunch of them. And then in the third one,
exactly,
I guess they shoot down his ride again, and so he kills a bunch of them. It's just a bunch of violence and one-liners.
So hopefully it's over the top violence at least. Maybe we'll get that. Watch him make it PG-13.
Please, God, no.
It's going to be PG-13, you know it.
I know it is.
Because everybody's like, you can't make our movies no more. It'll hurt.
It's going to be a Disney movie, and Duke's going to be a Disney princess.
Hey, Disney is making Deadpool 2 rated R. They said they're not going to change it, so I look forward to that. Hopefully. I don't know if you like Deadpool, but
it's all right.
I love Deadpool, so I really enjoyed it.
I don't remember too much of it. I watched it not long after it came out, and I gave it a B+.
B+? That's not bad.
B+.
It had some weird visual effects in it. But I mean, it was a very low budget movie, really. Like the highest budget parts was whenever he was wearing the suit.
Yeah,
That's why he
'cause
didn't
the
wear it a
suit
lot.
was CG.
Yeah.
They had to make his suit blink.
Yeah, it was that was the highest part, and they couldn't shoot it very much. But I'm assuming they're going to get more money this time because it done so well for as little budget they had.
Oh yeah.
So I look forward to. I know we're getting off topic, but Deadpool and Duke Nukem are kind of similar, a little bit.
Yeah, in terms of like being over the top,
Yeah.
like unapologetic violence and one-liners and
Yeah, one-liner.
bad
sure.
language and stuff. But we all know Duke's way cooler than Deadpool.
Timmy says Duke Nukem movie should be like Army of Darkness, just way over the top. Yep, I agree. If it's going,
Yeah,
if they're going to do it
definitely.
right, it needs to be over the top. But listen, I like John Cena. I hated him when he first joined the WWF or whatever it was, because he come out and he was rapping all the time. I was like, who is this guy? And everybody loved him. But I mean, he's all right. Now I've watched him in some movies. He does a good job. He's really funny. But I don't know about Duke Nukem. I mean, he's big enough.
I don't think he'd be the best. I don't think he'd be the best fit for Duke. But you know, if it happens, it happens, and we'll see how it is. You know, I gave Duke Nukem Forever a chance, so I guess I could give this a chance.
You know, it's supposed to be better on PC with all the mods and stuff. I haven't tried it, but
let's just put it this way.
Yeah.
When it first came out, I was still, you know, in the haze of all the hype and waiting for 13 years for it to come out. And I was like, it's okay. It's not that bad. I tried playing it again the past couple of days just to make sure, like, my opinions were correct
yeah,
because we were going to talk about Duke. And I made it like a few levels in and I uninstalled the game. I can't do it. It's bad. Like, it's clunky.